Paul Twomey, the internet was created without any borders. It's an international thing, obviously, which presents a lot of opportunities, but also challenges for individual companies. How do you think they're going?
Well, I think that because the internet protocols are global instantly and they can carry any content, it's created two things. I think one is this phenomenon of finding new and more things you can put in content that can carry. So it started off with being just characters, then it became audio, then it became video, then it becomes mixes of it, then it becomes computer games, then it becomes all sorts of telemetry. And basically, you can drop anything into this, and that's why we're seeing nearly everything in the economy going onto the IP protocol, because it's a dumb protocol that can carry anything. So that's the first thing it's done. The second thing, because it doesn't have geographic boundaries, it is like the free trade zone online, and it's rewarded first movers. And so we've seen this phenomenon of people who can grab a space and build it in a particularly, and the challenge in Australia, of course, is that if you don't have a scale in your home market, how do you quickly build a scale to be the first mover? That's why I think North America and China continue to be these sort of key markets, because they allow that first mover advantage to be returned to someone.
But they also have scale to begin with, don't they? I mean,
that's the point. Exactly the point.
Yeah,
it's about scale. And the Chinese bring a language, and sort of a consequential language barrier, if you want. It's, they've got a Chinese thing. The English language thing's really driven by the size of the American market.
But I've heard it said today that in terms of the internet, the Chinese are suddenly more innovative than Silicon Valley in many ways. That Alibaba is kind of Amazon and eBay and everything rolled into one, for example.
Yes, I mean, what I've seen is that Chinese players are responding to the nature of the Chinese market. And because in various aspects of the Chinese market, it is not as mature as the OECD markets, that people are able to fill more than one gap, if you like to put it that way. What you see in North America is, I get daily beta feeds. People producing the new thing. I get 6 or 10 of these every day of a new idea, a new beta thing. They're very narrow.
Right.
This is clearly showing a very mature market where you're trying to get a niche and you've got a better mousetrap, or you've got a better way of doing it. I think in China we've still got markets that are nowhere near that populated.
So they're still got omnibus businesses.
They can still achieve some of that, yeah. And they're doing that in China. Whether they can translate that into OECD type markets, that I think is a very interesting question. Alibaba's listing in New York. I don't know how much Alibaba is saying I'm going to be as big in North America and Europe as I am in China. That's a separate question.
It don't have to be. China's big enough, possibly.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us, Paul.
Very good.